Aloha, and thank you for joining me for this short and lovely yoga stretch session. This can be done any time of day, whether it's in the morning to get started, whether it's a midday break, or whether it's a de-stressor at the end of your day. So you choose and reuse it whenever it feels right in your day. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Just standing with our feet about hip distance apart and standing nice and tall. We're going to take a few deep breaths. So reaching up to the sky, inhale and exhale. And we just want to bring some energy into our body. Nothing fancy, just let it feel good. You go at your own pace. And this is a nice simple way to practice breath with movement. So inhaling as you reach, exhaling as you let it go. Let's go one more time. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's bring our hands to our shoulders and we're going to circle our shoulders around. Now we're using our elbow as a tool, but the movement's coming from our shoulders, and I have a soft bend in my knee just to release my pelvis and my lower back a little bit. And you go at a range of motion that feels good for you, and also the pace. We're going to change it, go the other way, around. Let's go one more time. And then just shake it out. Relax, standing tall, finding good posture. Take a breath. We're going to exhale and tilt our head to the right. And we just want to feel this nice stretch down the left side of our neck, and we're just letting the weight of our head give us a stretch. So keeping your spine tall and your shoulders square. Relax your arms. Take a little bit deeper breath. As you exhale, roll your chin to your chest. We're going to lift our head with a breath. Exhale, tilt to your left. Same thing on this side, and noticing if one side feels different. We'll probably find that throughout this short time is our body does feel different. It is tighter in certain areas, stronger in certain areas. Good body awareness for us to have. Let's take a breath. Exhale, roll our chin to our chest. And we're going to lift our head, relax the shoulders. We're going to reach overhead, inhaling. Good, and exhaling. And we're going to interlace our fingers except for the index finger. Reach those arms back up to the sky. Drop your shoulders. Pull your navel in gently so that when those arms go up, our tailbone doesn't lift up as well. So keeping that nice neutral lower back. Good, we're going to take a breath. And as we exhale, we're going to push our hips out to your left and lean your body to the right. And then just go back and forth a few times just to loosen up and see how it feels. Some things we did the day before might not feel the same the next day. So that's why I'm talking a lot about listening to your body, having body awareness, and just make those changes as they come. Taking care of yourself. Good. Okay, next time we're going to reach to the right, hips to the left, and we're going to pause. So I'm going to put a little bit more weight out to the left, and I'm lengthening my arms out to the right. And I'm actually using my bottom arm to extend my top arm to get a little more stretch. If it feels okay for you, you could try it. Come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to push our hips to the right a bit. Arms are going to reach to the left. And again, you find your spot where it feels good. And let's come back towards the center, taking a breath. We're going to exhale. Let those arms come down. Shake out the shoulders and step your feet just a little bit wider and soften your knees. We're going to do a backstroke. So taking that right arm and circle back behind you, and then the left side. And again, going at your own pace. Start to notice how your body feels. If it's the morning, you might feel a little tighter, and that's very normal because we haven't moved a lot yet. So if it's towards the end of the day or even the middle of your day, you might feel a little looser, have a little more range of motion. So good to be noticing that too. One more each side. Backstroke. Good. Okay, let's take our hands to the insides of our thighs. My fingers are facing in. We're going to do a standing cat-cow. So pulling your shoulders away from your ears, and we actually are going to lift our tailbone this time. This is your cow pose. Take a breath. As you exhale, you want to draw your navel to your spine. Tuck your tail, round your shoulders, and tuck your chin. And then when you're ready to inhale, you go back into cow. Exhale, arch into cat pose. And maybe do about 3 more. So what we're doing here is just warming up our spine, breathing, getting ready for the other exercises to come. Notice your breath. One more. Inhale, exhale, roll it all the way up. Good. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, hands to our hips, and we're going to circle them around. Nice big circles. So bend your knees a little bit. That might give you more range of motion. Moving into our hips and lower back. Circle around and change directions. right, and from here we're gonna move into a rotation. So rotate side to side. You can see I'm shifting my weight, turning my hips, my knees, and my heels are all moving together. And the arms, just relax. Let gravity swing them out and let them just wrap around your body. You don't even have to work at it. Just let it feel good. And again, you go to where you're comfortable. Be mindful of that knee that's on the ground. Couple more. Excellent. Let's make our way back towards the center. Shake our legs out. And we're going to start with our first standing leg exercise. So it's going to be a high lunge. So standing on your right foot, you're going to step back with your left foot. My heel is lifted behind me. Now it's up to you how long you want that stance to be. The important thing is to keep your knee over your heel. All right, so let's start there and find our balance. So this is a high lunge or crescent lunge. My shoulders are over my hips. So I'm going to drop the back knee a little bit, bend it, and then I'm going to tuck my hips under so I can get a stretch here in my hip flexor. So it looks more like this. Tuck your hips. Good. Coming down just to where you feel the stretch. And then when you're ready in your lower body, we're going to take our arms overhead. Good. Finding some length. Keep that tuck. Drop your shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to straighten the front leg. Let the arms come down. Inhale. Exhale, lunge, and get that little tail tuck. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bending your back knee slightly and tuck your hip under. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here. Tuck your hip under. Good job. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. We're going to bend the knee a little bit more. Push off the ground. We're going to step our feet in. Good. Now I've got my big toe on the ground, so we're going to try a quadricep stretch. So we're going to reach around, take my right arm out to the side. I've grabbed onto my left ankle, standing tall, and want to stretch out your thigh muscle here. And you might feel it in your hip flexor as well. And you can also hold on to something. Nice. Now if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can squeeze your glute and you push your hip forward, draw your knee back a little bit if you want more of a stretch. All right, let's reach up to the sky. Inhale. And gently exhale, place your foot down. Good. Let's take a step back with your right foot, finding our lunge. So take some time to settle in. Don't feel like wherever your foot goes, that's where you're stuck with. So feel free to wiggle in. That's it. Find your long lunge. And then when you're ready, we're going to bend the back knee a little and then just tuck your tail slightly so you feel a stretch in your hip flexor. When you feel settled in your legs, stretch your arms up to the sky. And if I'm doing anything today that doesn't feel good for you, you can change it, you can modify it, you can do something different, and then just join us again on the next one when you're ready. Sometimes it feels good just to stand and do some head rolls or take some deep breaths. So do what works for you. Let's straighten the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. Now remember, get that little tail tuck under you. Stretch your hip flexor. Yes, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, bend your back knee, tuck your tail. Good. You got 1 more, so we're straightening. Exhale, I'm bending my back knee, tucking the hip. Good. Pausing for a breath. Exhale, hands to our hips. Bend the back knee a little more. Push off the floor. Step together. So you've got your right big toe here. Standing tall, shift your weight to your left. You're going to extend your left arm. Maybe bend the knee as you reach around for your ankle. Bringing your heel up towards your glute. Standing tall. Remember, you can hang on to something. You can keep this knee soft if that feels better. And if your knee does not like this, you just skip it. And if you want more of a stretch, remember, squeeze your glute. Push your hip forward. If you feel comfortable, we're going to lengthen and reach up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Gently place it down. Give it a little shake before we go to the next exercise. So we're going to take a big step back with our left foot again. Reach back. This time we're going to turn our foot out. We're going to go into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So you're going to turn your foot out. So my front foot is facing you. Back foot is facing sideways. So my feet look like this. And you want to kind of line up your heel with the middle of your back foot. And you want this knee tracking over your toes so that it's not rolling in here. And the shoulders are over our hips. So our body is facing sideways. You want to extend your arms out. That's it. And again, this knee remains over your heel. And it's up to you how long you get and how low you get. We do want to feel a little stretch here in our inner thighs. And the arms are long, our body is tall, but we don't want to be tense. We don't want to be tense, so let it go, but reach. Good, feel that energy. Nice. Let's reach up, straighten our leg. Inhale. Exhale, now reach out really long. So instead of like you're going down, you want to reach out. Let's do it again. Inhale. Reach out long. Breathe. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to pause here with these Warrior 2 legs. We're going to lower the back hand, turn your right palm up, and we're going to go into reverse warrior pose. And this is kind of a tricky pose, so if it feels uncomfortable, you could stay in warrior two. You don't have to lean back, you can just reach your arm up. Those of you that have done it more, maybe want to reach a little further, just be mindful that you're not pushing onto your knee. So either keep it above your knee or below your knee. And keep this front leg pressing out and in a nice lunge. Inhale. Exhale all the way towards your front leg, putting your forearm on your thigh and your arm over your ear. Think of drawing the shoulder back and away from your ear. Same here, it's really tempting to kind of hang out. So we want to lift and find nice space in here and here. Take a breath. Beautiful stretch for the inner thigh and the side of your body. Okay, you ready? We're going to come up to warrior two. All right, this is a little tricky, but we're going to try it. So you're going to spin your back foot around. It might feel a little long in the lunge. You're going to bend your back knee, step your feet together. Shake it out a little bit. And you can come together however you like as well. So let's step back with our right foot. Nice wide stance. You're going to spin your back foot out. And again, take some time to wiggle in. If you feel a little short and you're like, oh, I'm not really feeling much, get a little longer in that stance. But keep the knee over your heel. Good. Shoulders over your hips. So our body is facing sideways. You can look over your hand. That's it. Draw the navel in. And just feel that nice stretch in the legs and the energy through your torso and your arms. We're going to straighten the front leg. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. Now think out nice and long. Breathe. Inhale. Let that feel good. Stretch. And reach. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Pausing. Shoulders down. Release the back hand. Left palm is up. Inhale. Reverse warrior pose. Remember, you go back as far as you feel comfortable. Be mindful of your knee back there. Keep your nice lunge. Good. Through warrior two pose. Inhale. Exhale to extended angle stretch. Good. Remember to keep this space here and here. And this arm can be over your ear. If that doesn't feel good on your shoulder, maybe try here. Maybe you'd rather keep it on your hip. And if you feel a lot of tension in your neck, you can look down towards the floor. One more breath. Good. Back to warrior two pose. All right, you're ready? So we're going to spin that back foot. You can step it in a little if you feel a little long. You're going to spin your heel so you're back in your lunge. Good. Hands to your hips, bend your back knee, step your feet together. Shake those legs out. Great, great job. Let's give our shoulders a roll. Breathe out. Maybe let your head roll side to side a little bit. Let's give it one more rotation. Stretch it out. Loosen up your back. Now you could continue on with more stretching. You could sit and do some breathing. Meditate if you like, depending on where you're at in your day. And I hope that felt good for you. And you can always just do part of this. Let's shake it out. You pick the poses that feel good for you. All right, couple deep breaths before we go. Let's inhale and exhale. This time we'll bring our hands into prayer, reaching up with the breath. And exhale, bringing it in. Great job today. Thanks again for joining me for this yoga stretch session. I hope to see you again, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Aloha.